Yep, we're recording.
Ah,
Hi guys!
late night review in the middle of a snowstorm.
Look who's back! Say hi, TP.
Hi.
So, for those of you who don't know, I'm lowering this. Hang on. For those of you who don't know, TP got a real job. I'm taking this off. It all comes off but the mask.
Unfortunately. One day, folks, one day.
As soon as I hit that sweet 100,000. Oh, how I wish Kristen and MJ were here. So, would you explain to the people where you've been for the last 6 months?
6 months, yeah.
It's been 6 months
it's
since you did TP Read As Aloud.
Oh, okay, maybe, no, well, maybe.
That was the last time you were on
Close.
camera.
Yeah, I got a job, working, fun.
She's an accountant now.
Fake accountant.
Although, apparently she may be fired soon. I'm sorry,
contract
laid
job.
off.
Yeah, contract jobs, fun.
But
more fun. But that's a good thing.
Yes,
maybe.
it means you
'Cause I
can
have
finally
no
come
life.
back.
Yeah.
It means you can finally come back and do all this instant feels. Anyways, that's not why we're here.
What are we reviewing today?
The Hobbit. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking,
Desolation of Smog.
Desolation of Smog. Now, a lot of you are probably not thinking, because none of you watched my first Hobbit review. Hey, didn't you already review that movie? Yeah, but I reviewed it in 2D, and TP hadn't seen it yet, so I said, this is the perfect opportunity for me to see it again, reevaluate my opinions, and proceed from there. And as I promised, I would have someone sitting beside me to do so. So, TP, quickie review.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, like I thought, the dragon made that movie for me. And not just because of Benedict Cumberbatch, really. That was a scary dragon.
Yes, that was a very scary... I know in my last review I said the dragon seemed smaller than I thought he would be. And he was still a little bit...
But he was menacing.
He seemed skinnier to me than I imagine a wider dragon.
Just bigger.
But yes, he was extremely menacing. The ghost of Sherlock Holmes as possessing Jeremy Brett as possessing Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I know, he did really
as
well.
Smaug the dragon.
If no one had told me, I wouldn't have known that was him.
Oh, so. He is very menacing. I wish he had played the Doctor.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool?
That's
Maybe if it wasn't Sherlock, that would happen.
That's another discussion.
That's another thing. So, The Hobbit, yes.
But I still think Smaug is still the most inept dragon I have ever seen on screen. I don't care how menacing he is. He can't catch 13 fat dwarves. He smelled out Bilbo with the ring on. How can you not catch 13 clumsy dwarves?
So many times it could breathe fire, and he would have won it.
Thank you. Thorin is literally falling down a mine shaft into his mouth.
He was
Open your mouth!
He was on his mouth at one point.
He waits till Thorin falls on his chin.
And still can't.
And then opens his mouth.
I'm sorry.
The dwarf
Smaug,
is falling toward you. Go, ah. Think Money Shot, except dwarf king. Anyways, as you all know, my feelings were, as you can see, we still have the 3D glass. Wait, I
recycled mine like a good citizen.
We gotta do this in 3D. So, as you all probably do not know because you didn't watch my video, my feelings were mixed the first time around. My feelings are less mixed this time around. I still think the climax of that movie was Gandalf in the cage. The dragon fight was literally just set up for the third movie.
Yeah, and which we knew we were going to do. Like, it was expected. We knew they were going to pull, like, some sort of cliffhanger. The
glasses, the 3D, and the high frequency filming really does make this movie. It makes everything look so much visually better. And I think that with the 2D, I simply was not drawn in enough to care about the story. Plus, I was watching it for the first time. So I was trying to overanalyze it.
Exactly.
Now because I was watching it the second time, I might have been a little bit more relaxed. And it's like, okay,
enjoy it more.
I know this is what's coming, so I was able to catch more of the subtleties that were going on.
And plus, like, the sceneries were just gorgeous. Like,
I still think, and I will take this to my grave, I still think that the scene between Keely and she-elf, Tariel...
Tariel, I can't
Thank
say
you.
it. Yeah.
Yes, her name is Tariel. I still think that the entire love story plot was absolutely unnecessary.
Now, see, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but yeah, I agree with that.
We kept cutting away from Gandalf fighting Sauron.
Or the dragon.
Or the dragon.
Which pissed me off, because I'm like, come on.
To look at Keely get saved by Tariel.
First of all, like, I didn't like, they left them, like, 3 doors behind. Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
Well, I don't mind that they left some of the doors. I really don't. It really did.
It's a little thing, but I'm just like, eh.
It really didn't change anything in the story.
Yeah, I know.
8 dwarves are 13. What does it matter?
They want to see their home.
Oh, wait. And here's the thing with the orcs. Giant plot hole. So, wait, yeah, I mentioned this to you in the theater, and I want to see if you agree. So the dwarves get lost in the forest, and the only way they end up at the Elf King's kingdom is purely by accident. The elves capture them and bring them there. 100 orcs just charge into Mirkwood Forest. How the hell did they not get lost?
Maybe it's like they did, it's just they didn't show it. It's like you assume that maybe they did. It just wasn't shown, because it's like that would be boring. They were already there.
But the idea is that if you get lost in the forest, you're not supposed to be able to make it. Exactly.
I see, yeah, that changes it.
How is it that the orcs managed to make it through the entire forest without getting lost? Right up, and not only that, but to track the dwarves down to the Elf Kingdom. Also, how many orcs did Blog bring with him?
I don't know. It's just like an endless amount.
Because
the
literally
amount of orcs slayed in this movie.
I know that the barrels out of bondage scene alone, which was
was a really cool scene.
Which was much better watching it the second time around, because because the Tolkien and me, I'd beaten him into submission by this point. So it's minus 13 degrees outside. So by this time I'd been able to turn my brain off, and I watched it, and I completely enjoyed that. But the amount of orcs that they killed in barrels out of bondage, I counted like maybe 35, 40 orcs killed.
Something like that.
And there's like,
just more that keep coming and tracking.
Like, there's still 30 more headed to Lake Town.
Yeah.
Right? So that's like 60 to 70 orcs.
And then some of them seem to go off toward the mountain. They're just everywhere.
Exactly. Everywhere. How many orcs did he bring with him?
All of them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can see why some people say it took them out of the, it didn't take it out of the movie for me. I felt that it made the characters a lot more three-dimensional, and it gave the orcs a reason to be pursuing the dwarves, instead of just this thing where at the end where the orcs and the dwarves kind of just showed up in the book. Let's see. I still love the Gandalf plot over the Hobbit plot.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna admit that was cool.
I don't know, but I feel
they
like
actually put in what he's doing, right? I'm pretty sure that was not in the books.
Oh yeah.
Like, he doesn't even show up, really.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, here's the thing. They give him reasons for going off. Like
yeah, but you don't get to see, like, what he's doing, really. Right?
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was cool.
So she loved the movie. I like it more. I still think the ending was bullshit.
Well, it was. I expected it. But I was still, when the screen went black, I'm just like, ah!
The ending was so corny. Listen.
Yeah.
The dragon smog is flying.
Done?
The dragon smog is flying towards Lake Town. He's going, I am fire. I am death. No!
I don't mind. I didn't mind that.
Just fly quietly.
Well, either way, I don't care, really.
Fly quietly.
Yeah.
Then you've got Bilbo. What have we done?
Well, yeah, that was kind of cheesy.
Also, the entire fight scene with the dragon, I watched it in the 3D. It still looked like I was watching a video game. It literally felt like I was watching a video game.
Some of those escapes, yeah.
And, oh god. So, here's the thing. The 3D makes it pop out so much more. It makes everything look so much visually more appealing. That I like. that I liked a lot of the scenes that I did not like in the first one. I still think that the design for Lake Town is a little too wooden. I wanted a few stone buildings. The entire town is made of wood, which basically means that all Smog has to do is blast the place with fire once.
I don't know how. Yeah.
Right? Because apparently,
if he breathes his fire, like I hope he doesn't go snapping around.
No, here's the thing. Apparently, well, Smog is still the most inept dragon on the face of Middle Earth.
We don't know. Yeah. What he's gonna do.
Oh, greatest of calamities. Yes, he's a great calamity because he makes a mess wherever he goes.
I still love that dragon, but yes, yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying I hate the dragon.
I know.
I just hate the fact that he's so fucking inept. So, here's the thing. We saw he breathed fire so hot that it did not light one, but 6 dwarf furnaces. It lit 5 furnaces that the fire didn't even touch. That is how hot this fire is. So you're telling me that if he breathes on Lake Town once, the entire place will not just be incinerated and everybody inside of it. I mean, forget.
You would think.
Forget the sweet flesh of the innocent little girls, of Bard's children, but literally they would all be roasted alive, burned to a crisp.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
He's not going to get to the windlass in time.
Yep.
Okay.
Watch it happen though somehow.
Bard will burn to death in jail.
They'll realize what they've done. They'll be like, "Oh, get out." He'll be like, "I have a way to fight what's coming," and they'll let him out at the last second. He'll like shoot that arrow.
I bet you this. I bet it's his son that fires the arrow.
That would be good. Okay.
Also, how is he going to know where to fire? Exactly.
I don't know. One shot, eh?
There's no thresh to tell him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Okay. So, my quick... So, yes, there are many plot holes in this movie. Did we really need Legolas? I question that. I question that still.
I don't mind Orlando Bloom. It's fine.
Listen, you could have replaced him with any other random elf. You would... The only reason he's here is to wink at the camera. Hey, this is related to Middle Earth.
He took down quite a few things. But, you know.
Again.
But like you said, it could be anyone.
Again.
Any elf could do that.
Again, completely arbitrary plot line. He adds nothing to this film.
Sorry, Orlando Bloom.
Listen, as a trilogy, as a 9-hour trilogy, let me ask you this. Should these 3 films, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, and...
Sit there and back again?
And... It's either going to be there, backing in, or The Battle of 5 Armies. One of those 2. Anyways. So shouldn't these 3 9-hour movies be able to stand on their own without having to wink at the camera that, we're related to The Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Here's some... I honestly think, and this is me as a fantasy nerd, I honestly think that these movies signal the death of high fantasy. We are not going to get another good set of high fantasy, either TV shows or films, maybe for another generation. I think 20 years may have to pass, and I will.
Sad.
Yeah, and before I can finally nerd out about a fantasy film again. Because really, between this and Game of Thrones, there's not that much.
I can't comment on Game of Thrones.
Well, I started watching it.
I'm in Sherlock mode right now.
That's another review, people.
Yep. 2 different things, yes.
So, yeah, my quick review is definitely go see it. This is the only film that I've ever seen in theaters twice.
Which is saying something. Because he's a movie freak, so.
So, this... I still think somebody owes me $11.25. So there's that, and yeah, that's been the review. It's
well done movie.
It's a good action flick. It's a good fantasy flick. I recommend that other people see. As a middle movie, I'm not sure how they're gonna follow this for the 3rd one. We have to wait an entire year.
Mm-hmm.
But
good feeling about it though. Like I'm not really worried.
Also, MJ, Kristen, if you're watching this, I want to cosplay Thranduil for the next convention. Yes, you might actually get to see me in elf.
You gonna go to like the fan expo or something?
Maybe.
Awesome.
They said I should. So
it's fun.
Yes.
It's really fun.
Have you been?
Oh yeah, a few times.
Will you come?
Possibly, yeah.
Yes.
I just to see him in costume now.
You could.
My camera.
You could be Tariel. Or she elf. I prefer she elf. It's so much more to the point.
Anyway.
So that's been the review. I've been 89 Technical. This is my technical producer. I will see you in the next video. I don't know about her.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Soon. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Bye, guys.
Bye.